Hello and welcome to Fake News, the topical quiz show that will break the law if it has to. We're live on Talk Radio right now. Lovely to have your company. You can also watch us on Facebook and YouTube. Time for a Brexit update and possible good news, as Irish Taoiseach Leo Varadkar said there was a possible pathway to a deal. It's actually quite simple, so I'll explain. It involves having a border which isn't a border which is near the border, but isn't near the border that isn't a border. Another border that isn't a border won't be down the Irish Sea, which now isn't a sea, just a load of wet stuff that can be defined as a sea in 20 years' time, should Stormont decides that's what it wants. If Stormont exists, which it doesn't have to. Hope that clears it up. Denying rumours he's running scared of an election, Jeremy Corbyn has said he will willingly accept a national poll, but only under certain circumstances. No deal has to be taken off the table, Idris Elba has to become James Bond, and Oasis have to reform. Tough news now, as it's revealed Pizza Express is close to bankruptcy, with debts of over £500 million. Concern abound not just for the 15,000 staff, but all those smug middle-class people who will have to lower themselves now and go to Nando's. Now let's meet our guests. First up, joining Andre Walker on Team Rooney, we have top journalist Dawn Neesom, and joining Dave Chawner on Team Vardy, we have political YouTuber Mahyar Tousi, and let's kick off with round one. Okay, this round is called What's the Story? Morning Glory. Each panellist will pick their favourite story from the papers this week. I'll give 100 points to my very favourite. So, Andre, you're up first.
Now, look, I don't like to be critical of the fine network that we work on. However, this week's most ridiculous story that I spotted is actually from Talk Radio, who came up with the genius line, legalising cannabis can reduce violent crime. Basically, what they explain as they go on is that Sir Norman Lamb, the Liberal Democrat politician, says that if you smoke a spliff, you're less likely to smash someone's face in. Who knew?
Surprise, surprise.
Amazing.
Brilliant.
And on that bombshell, how about you, Dawn? What's caught your eye?
Extinction Rebellion. I love Extinction Rebellion. Not. Any case, after holding a candlelit vigil for murdered cows at Smithfields, I mean, you know, come on, we're all there with that, man. They went to McDonald's. I had a Big Mac.
How about you, Maya? What have you got for us?
So my favourite story is actually about BAFTA. TV shows now have been told that in order for them to win BAFTA, they need to hit their diversity quotas and targets. And that's why earlier today I was at home doing nothing, and Talk Radio called me to ask me to come on this show so that they could hit their diversity targets and they could win a BAFTA. So that's why I'm here.
Well, it's great to have you. You're a good argument for positive discrimination.
True story.
Got to say. Great stuff. Okay, well, do you know something? I'm going to give the award to Dawn just for mentioning McDonald's.
This is positive discrimination because I'm the only girl.
What an excellent start. This round is called Fake News. I'll read some stories from the week and you guys will decide if they're true or false. Andre and Dawn, you're up first. Is this one true or false? Here we go. Northamptonshire County Council have started a competition to name each of its 22 Gritter lorries this winter. Suggested names include Gritney Spears and Gritty McGritface. True or false?
If it's not true, it should be.
Adolf Gritler.
Oh, no.
Greta
Wait, how long did it
Thunberg.
take? 2 minutes, right?
Right. Am I allowed to say this?
No.
Gary
probably not.
Gritter.
No, you're not allowed to say that. Definitely
But
not
you just
allowed.
said it and this is Talk Radio, so knock yourself out.
Snow J. Simpson. Snow J. Simpson. I'm telling you.
Have you got any puns based not on notorious criminals?
Gritty Patel.
I said notorious criminals. Okay.
It's got to be true. Come
to
on.
say that was very, very good quality, but it is true. Well done, Andre. Yes, Northamptonshire County Council are running a competition to name 22 Gritter lorries this winter, and they will take whatever the public suggest. Okay, Dave and Maya, you're up next. Is this one true or false? Strap yourselves in.
True.
Lorry.
Brilliant.
It's the right answer.
It's a really short show this week, isn't it?
We're done. We'll be in the pub in about 5 minutes. Lorry drivers stuck in Brexit traffic jams could cause a rise in, wait for it, dogging. That's right, with 3 weeks to go until the big day, politicians working hard to prepare for a no-deal Brexit have been dogged, you're welcome, by the unlikely new problem. Officials planning to ease congestion on the links to Dover think a no-deal will lead to a lot more of such activity. True or false, boys?
I don't think the story is that Brexit has created dogging. Like, I don't think that's the story.
Well, that's why I voted leave, so...
Right.
It's another advantage to Britain leaving the European Union. Do you know what? There's a bloke called Albert driving down this truck going, I'd really love to go dogging and I can't do it. The wife won't let me. And then there's a big queue at Dover. Sorted. Well done,
Brilliant.
Boris.
The thing is, these are HGVs. Do you know how high off the ground those cabs are? You'd need to take your own ladder to see into the cab to watch anything going on.
If there's no deal, does that mean dogging won't be able to happen between French people and English people? Does it have to be fully British?
The French don't do dogging, surely.
Let me say this. It is totally unacceptable that these people from abroad, people from Europe, are telling us we can't do dogging. I'll tell you what they also tell us we can't do. We used to have sausages and burgers with the worst parts of a cow or a pig, the genitals, all sorts of things.
Say
And
that
they
like it's
made
a bad thing.
They made that illegal. Let me say, bring back the dogging and bring back the mystery meat. That's what we want.
Well, I'll be honest, it's been an interesting round. I didn't literally.
We're going to say it's true.
It's been an education for me, but you're going to go for true?
Yeah.
Well done is the right answer. Politicians are worried a no-deal Brexit will lead to a sharp rise in intimacy in cars, let's put it that way. Andre and Dawn, you're up next. True or false? Boris Johnson promises hot, buttery toast on every hospital ward. The PM has pledged to end health and safety fanaticism, bring back a lovely slice of sun-blessed with a bit of anchor butter scraped on top. True or false?
Well, the number one thing you need if hospital waiting times are rising, there's a crisis of recruitment in the NHS, is buttery toast.
Buttery
do you know what I think, Dawn?
Yeah, do
Dawn,
you think a nurse might be helpful?
No. Do you know what I think? I think that Boris Johnson is exactly the sort of guy who'd go, oh no point in doctors and nurses. Buttery toast. That's what we had at Eton.
Anchovy paste.
Yeah.
Anchovy paste.
It's got to be true.
Your political antenna have served you well. It is true.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Hot buttery toast across the UK. Thank you, Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Okay, next up, Dave and Maya, you are going to look at true or false here. A Devon farmer is planning to introduce Nazi-engineered cows. Derek Gow from Devon believes farming subsidies will decrease after we leave the EU and hopes his Nazi super cows will help him get ahead of the game. What do you reckon?
I want to know what their superpowers are.
Yes, indeed. I mean, probably walking quite sort of in step with each other.
Do they build autobahns or like?
Really nice moustaches.
Or is there no speed limit to the cows?
Great.
Well, look, I'm going to have to push you on this one. What do we think, true or false?
You're thinking
Nazi
false.
super cows.
Yeah.
I think with Devon, I think it could be true, but I'm going to go with you. So we're going to say false.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it is, I'm afraid to say, true. Sorry, boys. Yes, indeed. Should have followed your instincts about the Devonians. Sorry, boys. A Devon farmer wants to transform his land back to the Stone Age by introducing the Nazi-engineered cows to the UK. Now, these super cows were originally commissioned by the Nazi Party, engineered by German zoologist brothers Heinz and Lutz Heck. What the heck? Okay, Andre and Dawn, you're up next. True or false? Jeremy Corbyn vows to give football fans the power to fire bosses. Jezza has, allegedly, promised that a Labour government will allow fans to pick and choose club directors.
Why are you even asking this question? It involves firing bosses, so obviously Jeremy Corbyn's in favour of it.
Yes.
It is completely crazy, the idea that football fans should fire bosses. But then again, it's completely crazy, everything Jeremy Corbyn says.
So.
Therefore, it's definitely true.
Yeah.
Why are you even asking?
I know, and ironically, the only boss that should be fired is Jeremy
Jeremy
Corbyn.
Corbyn.
I think we could agree on that.
Where do you want to start?
By the way, you only want him to be there because you're basically you think
I'm
he's
a dirty Tory. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's essentially the greatest weapon the Tories have. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It helps. Stay there.
Do you think he's, long for this world, I don't mean like that he's going to die. It's not like I know stuff. I've not seen the medical records. Politically, do you think Jezza will survive the next few months?
No. Especially if we leave the EU.
Yeah.
There's going to be an infighting at Labour.
And where does Labour go post Jeremy Corbyn? Do they stay ultra left, or would they go for somebody a lot more photogenic, like
I think we go different. I go for Dick and Dom or something like that. Just go completely. It'd be great.
Ant and Deck, maybe.
Ant and Deck, brilliant.
Yeah, you could double up.
I like how you've upped the budget there. You go for Dick and Dom when you can't get Ant and Deck.
Let's be clear, the Brexit rebellion has already got a Dick and a Dom, hasn't it?
Nicely put. Okay, well, on that note, please may I ask for a true or false?
True, 100% true.
True? Let's take a look.
Without
And it
doubt.
is
Absolutely,
true.
how
Well
could it
done.
not be?
Jeremy Corbyn has said football fans will have the power to pick and choose who is in charge of their club when he is in power. Andre and Dawn, you're up next. Is this true or false? A robber holding up McDonald's was forced to buy a 99p cheeseburger. The criminal held up in the fast food joint in Coventry was told the till wouldn't open until he'd bought a tasty burger. True or false?
Okay, I think a hamburger is 89p.
Right. I'm back with Extinction Rebellion on
Look,
this one.
look,
changed now,
look,
Brexit.
I know that you don't like to eat any meat,
No.
but I'll tell you what, I eat meat all the time, and let me tell you something, I think a hamburger is 79 pence. I think you're
Not
wrong.
anymore. I think it's 99. I think it's gone up.
Is it a
Hamburger.
country- is it-
Hamburger is, I think it's a cheeseburger.
Hamburger is
Cheeseburger,
89
Yeah,
or
yeah.
79
Cheeseburger's
pence.
99.
What I'm trying to work out is which of your lives is more depressing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really tricky. I only know the Ivy, it's 18 quid. So,
It's an important debate. Okay.
okay, well, what do we think, true or false?
Right, 99p is not the price of a McDonald's hamburger. Do you know how I know that? Because I've met some people from Extinction Rebellion. You're lying. You're lying.
Okay, well, let's take a look, and I can tell you that it is true.
Rubbish.
No lying here.
I was going to say true.
So what happened is this robber in Coventry was forced to buy a cheeseburger in order to get the till open, and he was jailed for 5 years. Okay, Andre and Dawn, you're up next. True or false? Jeremy Corbyn back in the news. He wants to raise business rates on so-called posh
Yes.
cafes.
Look, he wants to raise taxes. Obviously,
Full
it's got
stop.
to be. It's got to be.
Full
It's got to
stop.
be.
Well, what they're planning to do, so they say, the story goes, Jezza wants to target cafes that sell aspirational drinks like flat whites and sandwiches that involve dark rye bread.
Hang on.
Aspirational drink.
Hang on a second. Hang on a second. People that, mocha choca, vegan lattes and all that sort of thing. He likes those people.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah,
You
'cause they vote for him. They
People,
vote for him.
People who have the black bread with vegan butter and, fair trade,
Thought about food a lot, haven't you?
He's sitting right here.
fair trade chocolate.
Yeah, no, he likes these people.
I think there's a chance. I think there's a chance that Mark is trying to do us over with this one. I actually think that there is no way on God's green earth that Jeremy Corbyn would support a tax rise for the beardy weirdies that go to these
That
sorts
live
of
in-
cafes.
Yeah.
Dawn?
I think it's probably false.
Oh, well done. Excellent. It is indeed false.
Yes.
Jeremy Corbyn will not raise business rates on posh cafes, even if he gets into power. So fans of Gales, Pret a Manger, and a couple of premium Costas can relax. Andre and Dawn, you're up next. True or false? Following speculation this week that Pizza Express may be on the verge of collapse, McDonald's have also revealed lower than expected profits. Bosses are blaming the success of Greggs with their innovative products like Dave's favourite vegan sausage rolls. True or false?
No. Look, nobody who likes a Big Mac is going to go for a vegan sausage roll, right? Look, Greggs, I love it. As I told you, I don't go to Greggs anymore because it's 4 for £3 for £2.70 on the sausage rolls, and you end up with eating the full 4 of them, right?
You could be Chancellor of the Exchequer.
Yeah, but the food department.
Is everything all right at home, mate? Like,
You shop at McDonald's.
you need a hug.
There is no home. He works out of an 11-year-old Toyota Prius. He's getting ready for a no-deal Brexit.
It's all right.
It's nice to have that. man.
Right. Notwithstanding the fact that Extinction Rebellion have been camping
They've been
out
keeping
in
them going,
McDonald's.
yeah. And they've been going to
They've
Pret
been
as
loving
well.
it.
So the
which
question is,
obviously
are
very
McDonald's
eco-friendly.
profits down because of the success of Greggs?
Is it as if
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, we've got to say no. We've got to say no, haven't we?
Dawn, you're struggling. You don't look like somebody that frequents fast food outlets.
No, I don't. And I'm impressed how much you know about it.
Is it a surprise? I'm not being funny, love. Is it a surprise?
Can
I-
I defend Andre and say that the radio puts a lot of pounds on the face?
Yeah.
It really
Blah,
does.
blah, 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 blah.
I think
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah, we're going to publish and be damned?
Why not?
I disagree, but we'll go with Dawn. We'll go with Dawn.
No,
We'll go with Dawn.
Work it out. Find a common way.
Rewind,
There has to be a
rewind.
landing zone where you can both agree.
Take it personally.
She's more important than me.
No,
Let's say true.
no. Let's say false. Go on, I'll go with you. You know more
False
about
is correct.
You know about your food products.
I believe false is correct.
Food
God, this
products.
is like the Brexit negotiations. Jesus.
Well, let me tell you, Andre is on a hot streak because it is false.
Hey, there we go.
See, there you go.
Listen, your Uncle
This is
Dre
a man.
knows about Greggs.
Yeah, exactly.
It is indeed false. Pizza Express is sadly on the verge of collapse. Hopefully they survive. But McDonald's are doing just fine. Thank you very much. Mainly off the back of this programme and how many free mentions they've
Yeah, I was
had.
going to say, we discussed it.
We look forward to some kind of hamper appearing next week. Dave and Maya, next up, true or false? Alan Titchmarsh is the new face of Adidas. The trendy trainer company is bringing out a new range of footwear inspired by lawn-based activities. True or false?
I genuinely don't. I want this to be true, and if it isn't, I'm going to do everything in my power. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Alan Titchmarsh, Charlie Dimmock,
Yeah.
and Handy Andy. Get them all on Adidas.
I'm
and that'd
sure.
be
I mean,
great.
that's right. Those guys are all legends of telly, aren't they?
Oh,
And
absolutely.
Titchmarsh he's like maybe so uncool, he's cool, right?
Yes.
He's very cool. He is.
And
Very
just because they've got very excited about this question, I'm going with his answer.
I want it to be true. If we're okay with that, absolutely, I want this to be true.
You guys, can I be honest? It's been the clash of the titans because you are absolutely right. It's true. Okay, well, that round was so badly done. BBC Three are thinking of commissioning it. Which means the scores are as follows. Team Rooney have 7 points, while Team Vardy are on 109. It's time for a short break. We'll be back with more inflammatory language and uncalled for nonsense after this. Welcome back to Fake News, the quiz show that would never lie to the Queen. Yes, I'm Mark Dolan, and still poisoning the public discourse are Andre Walker, Dawn Neesom, Dave Chawner and Mahyar Tousi. We're live on Talk Radio, but you can also watch us on Facebook and YouTube right now. Our next round is Headline Deadline. Here are some headlines from the week. All you have to do is guess the missing word. It's a buzzer round, so get ready, guys. It's going to be an adrenaline-filled thrill ride. Here we go. Boris Johnson calls Extinction Rebellion nose-ringed what?
Pink-haired trouts, because left-wingers are usually mingers.
Really?
Oh,
That's
they
a bit
are.
harsh.
No, they're dreadful. They're dreadful. When I used to work at the House of Commons, the leggy blonde ones would always be Tories, and then the ones who are like, "My name's Karen," would always be Labour.
Really?
Oh,
I love a bit of socialist action.
What about the Lib Dems?
yeah, they were just boring.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine dating Joe Swinson?
There's a lot of yellow going on there, yeah.
Isn't he lovely?
I think
Really?
no,
Lovely.
Listen, my grand's lovely, right? But I still wouldn't date her.
I think Jo Swinson
Not
is
what your
very,
gran
she's a
said.
very elegant young woman.
I think she's elegant. I think she's interesting.
Well, you think Jo Swinson's interesting?
Yeah.
She's about as interesting as a night out with Vince Cable.
And that was a very good night.
In the
Servants.
spirit of balance, what about male politicians? Dawn, any hotties and any not hotties?
Well, Boris Johnson, in both categories, actually. I think he's got his moments. And,
Really?
yeah, well, yeah.
What are his moments?
No, fat, throaty right-wingers are hot. I'm just saying that. Literally just say that.
That's true.
I think
Boris.
Rory Stewart.
Oh, whoa, really?
I've got a very good friend of mine. I've got a very good friend of mine called Robbie who fancies Nicola Sturgeon. Right, he thinks she's hot.
new friends.
Now, I have to say, he then said to me, she looks like the Crankies, which simply raises more questions than it
Yes.
answers.
She is sort of Jeanette Cranky
Yeah.
after a bit of a makeover on ITV1's This
Well,
Morning.
I'll tell you something about Jeanette Cranky. That bloke said, I discovered my wife looked good dressed as a teenage boy because we went to a fancy dress party. Really? Really? Is that how that happened?
Listen, the Crankies are great entertainers. We love them. Here at Fake News, that's our official position on the Crankies. But I mean, okay, what about the male politicians who are the right... Who's the ugliest man in Parliament? If we're going to be sexist, let's do it to both genders.
I think Jeremy Corbyn, he looks like a very bad cat weasel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And do you know what? It's getting quite
Sorry.
old now, and his eyes are actually closing up.
Yeah.
He does look like me.
I believe it.
What is this? Have you turned like PMQs into take me out? I'm like, yes, no, yes.
Can I apologise? Does it matter if politicians are either beautiful or ugly?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Dave Chawner, DC.
Right, why? Why does it? Why do it? I just want
It's
someone.
about-
Well,
You
no,
have
let
to
me level the
seem
playing
trustworthy.
field. You're only here because you're the eye candy. Now, Boris Johnson calls Extinction Rebellion. I need an answer.
Oh,
Yes,
same thing.
Maya.
You go.
Oh, come on, don't be
I
bashful.
think I remember this. I think it's Krusties.
Absolutely, completely the right answer. Well done. The Prime Minister called protesters nose-ringed crusties this week after they caused total chaos in the capital to highlight the climate crisis. Next story, top doctor says government should ban what on trains? Dawn.
Food. You're not allowed to eat on trains anymore because we're all getting way, way too fat.
It's the right answer,
it's a
actually.
fat controller.
Hang on, it's got to be dogging.
Now, Dawn, what do you think about this as a matter of policy? We've got childhood obesity now. Is it time to really start policing when we're on a Mars bar?
It's utter madness, isn't it? I mean, have you ever done a long train journey with little kids
Oh,
and kept
God,
them
yes.
quiet?
Yes, I
You're
have.
not. You're going to give them some Haribo. It's just keep
You
them
didn't
quiet.
say in that
Yes.
sentence whether you knew the little kids. Sounds like they're in a sack. and you're like bringing them along.
Well, they would be quiet then.
Yeah, well, good
No,
point.
it's just the nanny state, isn't it? Again, telling us what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and is it going to stop people being fat? No, it's not.
No.
We've got an obesity problem, but what's wrong with a grab bag on a train?
It helps the environment if people die sooner, so why not?
Well, my goodness, on that rather Darwinian note.
Did not expect that, but maybe from him, but not from you.
We're back to the Nazi supercars. Yes, indeed, it is the right answer. Eating and drinking must be banned on commuter trains and buses to tackle obesity, said the country's top doctor. Professor Dame Sally Spoilsport, as she's known, says the only exception is for breastfeeding. So, Andre, you can breastfeed all you like.
Yep.
Bitty.
But she's also trying to ban pies from football grounds.
What?
I mean, good luck with that one.
What?
Good luck.
How on earth can you go to a football match and not gorge out on a 1,000-calorie pie?
Chelsea do sushi.
What?
Chelsea do sushi.
That is-
They actually do sushi.
Yet another problem with the people that watch or enjoy Chelsea.
Next story, Colleen Rooney claims who leaked stories about her to the press?
Dominic
Hiya.
Cummings.
It had Cummings written all over it. Love the suggestion of Dominic Cummings. It's not DC. Dawn.
It was Rebecca Vardy.
Vardy's in
Mrs.
the house.
Vardy.
Yes, have you got a view on that? Do you think that she's banged to rights?
I think they're both in the wrong. I think it was really, really nasty of Colleen to do that. There's more to this than meets the eye. There has
Oh,
to
you
be.
old softy.
There has to be more to this than meets the eye. There has to be something real bad blood between those two.
I think Thomas Markle's involved somehow. Either him or the Mail on Sunday. We just
I think
don't
so.
know.
I think Markle did it all from the comfort of his local internet cafe.
The thing is, Colleen lets her old man get away with absolute murder, quite literally. Says nothing. And then someone leaks a story about a flooded basement and she does a Twitter bomb on her.
Not happy.
I love two things. One is that on Twitter, Wagatha Christie.
That's
trending.
great. Who did that?
How good
Who
was
did
that?
I'm so
And
jealous. I
did
really
you
want to do
also
that.
see
Probably
that-
Andre Walker.
Yeah. Did you also see someone's gone onto Colleen Rooney's Wikipedia page and changed it to wife of Wayne Rooney and private investigator? Amazing. That's what the internet was invented.
It was a great tweet though, wasn't it? And the account is Rebecca Vardy.
It's great.
It's the reveal. Complete Hercule Poirot moment.
Yeah.
Time is up, ladies and gentlemen, with that litany of libelous badinage. Here are the final scores. Having to go back to reality TV, it's Team Rooney on 218 points. And getting into number 10 without a proper mandate, it's Team Vardy with 800.
I demand a recount. Hold on.
Many thanks to all of my wonderful guests who have tested the word entertainment to its very limits. I've been Mark Dolan. Goodbye.